Traveling to Connecticut here at Bradley Airport will now be greeted by the Department of Public Health and these travel health forms, which many will be required by law to fill out. Walking around the Bradley International Airport, you'll find these signs scattered throughout and these mandatory health forms.
We're from a state that things have risen up. Fill out the form took a few seconds.
Governor Lamont signing an executive order going into effect Friday, requiring travelers coming from one of 31 states listed on its travel advisory to self-quarantine for 14 days and fill out the form in person or online. In addition, spot checks will be conducted at the airport. The rules apply to everyone, regardless of how they travel to Connecticut. Governor Lamont previously announcing failure to comply with the quarantine or failure to complete the health form could result in a $1,000 fine. But the Department of Public Health says they haven't run into any issues day one.
A lot of people they understand the serious nature of COVID-19 and how it's impacted so many people across the country, and they're more than willing to step forward and fill out this form.
We spoke to travelers required to fill out the form coming in from Florida, a state currently dealing with nearly 400,000 COVID-19 cases.
Oh, it's not a problem. I mean, we're trying to get through this and get over with, so it's fine with me.
It shows that you guys are taking the extra precaution for people's safety, and we really appreciate that coming here.
But those not staying in Connecticut for at least 24 hours are exempt.
I'm going to be going straight to Massachusetts from here.
And just one day into this executive order, the Department of Public Health says they have received more than 3,000 forms, most of those filled out virtually. Reporting at Bradley Airport in Windsor Locks, Zania Maldonado, Fox 61 News.